Hey, what's happening? This your boy Rikishi, your WWE Hall of Famer. Check this out. I want you to keep it locked on Smart Tank Revolution. Don't touch that dial. Why? The big man said I back that ass up on it.
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Smart Tank Revolution, where we always kick out at 2. I am your host, Flying Solo, the benevolent, intelligent, the excellence of elocution, Mr. Donnie Wonderful. And this is the latest and perhaps greatest installment of The Essentials. We haven't done one of these at all in 2025. And this is very impromptu, and it's necessary because I just had a conversation about The Rock. We were talking about The Rock. Shout out to my brother Oracle Chris. I actually meant to put him on this so you can hear us banter and argue. Well, hear him argue and struggle to make good points, and then me just crush his naive confidence with sure dominance. This would have been a great one as well to have with my esteemed colleague, Mr. Joey Business. Shout out to Joey Business. But today I'm going to take this one on solo. Now, I have to give you all a quick back history. Now, when we started this, we wanted to not go for the superstars. I hate to not call anybody in the WWE elite, but let's face it, they come at different levels, different stages. And so, originally we wanted to leave the Rocks, the Stone Colds, the Hulk Hogans, and all those guys out. But I did actually start with Shawn Michaels. So, I guess that was that. And then my esteemed colleague followed that by doing one on Bret Hart. You should listen to those. And then, years later down the line, for my birthday, one of my birthdays, by the way, that just passed, happy belated birthday to me, we redid Bret Hart. 10s for everything. The perfect wrestler. But today, I was in a conversation because we were talking about the whole, Travis Scott and The Rock and the final boss and I Want Your Soul and, how it kind of left on edge. And how Rock basically just decided, you know what, don't worry about it. Just hit the reset button. The Rock was able to pivot, as we saw WrestleMania 40. We were supposed to come in and do battle with Roman Reigns, and I know a lot of people were waiting for that. But when the WWE Universe voiced their displeasure with this, basically saying, no, you're taking Cody's spot, and, they kind of flipped the script. Right there, they called an immediate audible, and it worked. But for some reason, they decided to leave us hanging on John Cena's final farewell. Like, all of a sudden, it's just, okay, you know what? Everything I said about you guys over the past 3 to 4 months, I actually didn't mean it. And, I was on my high horse, but I'm back now. And let's just proceed with the program. So, with that being said, I just decided, you know what? The first chance I get, I'm going to fire up this microphone and I'm actually going to add an entry into this beautiful playlist. I don't know what number we're on. I'll find all that out in post. But, ladies and gentlemen, The Rock. And I'm going to refresh my memory. So, we have two very distinct rating systems here. One of them comes from Bret Hart, the greatest wrestler to ever lace a pair of boots, in my humble but yet very accurate opinion. And he ranks his wrestlers. They have there's 3 categories, a score from 1 to 10, and I'm going to do that first, and then we have our very own unique rating system, which is actually named The Essentials, where we also rank 3 attributes, but we give a bit more mercy. It's from 1 to 5, but, you can do the 1.2s, 1.3s. I don't know anybody that's ever gotten anything that low. I have to go back and listen to it myself, and I also encourage you guys to do the same. But Oh, I'm sorry. The three categories for Bret Hart was the wrestler's look, promo ability, and in-ring work. And then the Smart Tank Revolution, our very own. This is our baby. Is the innovative effectiveness, the classic matches and classic rivalries, and defining and / redefining moments. Now, let us begin. Let's get in to the wrestler's look, scored from 1 to 10. The physique, appearance, and presentation. The Rock was a freak of nature. University of Miami. I can't remember what position he played. I'm pretty sure he was a linebacker. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comments. So already off the bat, I'm giving him 6'4", because they like to pad the stats on their height and weight. If there's one question I want to ask all those new generation era wrestlers, how is Bret Hart 234 pounds consistently for 5 to 7 years? What was he taking? But The Rock, every bit of 6'4", like he walks into a room. Then even when he debuted, he walks into a room and he looks like an athlete. The Rock today, good Lord, I'm minus the massive weight cut that he just had, but just overall, The Rock in the ring. This is what we're going to do. I have no choice, but to give this man a 10. That physique, the tattoos, he just looks badass. With the hair, without the hair, particularly now, The Rock looked like a true final boss. He looked the part. We like to also include like their attire and just everything, like going back to the Attitude Era, the $500 shirts, the glasses, the haircuts, the watches, like everything. The Adidas jogger, y'all know what I'm talking about. I mean, everything was just stylish. And then, let alone, the merch, his own merch would look good on him. Boots to asses, whether it was a tank top or a regular shirt, like everything about The Rock and his appearance and how he presented himself. First class, top notch. Give him a 10. Promo ability, I might as well just skip this. But before I give him his inevitable 10, what really carries his promos was his charisma. I used to think it was corny at first, but then I said, man, you know what? I really, he's really serious. I love the conviction of The Rock. I absolutely love it. And then it just won me over. Then, of course, anything with a slogan's going to work. If you smell, and then with the tongue wag, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, and the millions and millions, come on, you name it. This is easy. The promo ability, man, what is it defined here? The effectiveness, and this is all in the descriptions too. The effectiveness of performing a dialogue, a monologue used to advance a storyline. Come on, man, it's The Rock. It's easy. It's easy. More on this later, but I'm going to breeze past this one. This is clearly a 10. So now, here's where we get a little bit more critical in the scoring here. The in-ring work. The in-ring work isn't the best. It's not the worst. It's not I was going to say it's not average either. It's, like the way I would rank this one before I give it a number, it's more like in my opinion, it's more like a B minus. It's close to a C, but it's not a B or an A. It's the B minus. Or it's like when you present the paper to the professor, and he grades it in front of you, and you get like a 79. You're just like, come on, man, just round that up. He's like, all right, it's one of those, the B minus. I don't have a problem with The Rock's in-ring work. I thought that his overselling of like the the stunner was actually kind of funny. I never liked how he put on the sharpshooter. Hated it every single time. I cannot stand it when he does that. The people's elbow. If you don't know the origin of that, how he came up with that move, comical. But hey, listen, it worked. We all love the people's elbow. So he had the signature move, the signature call moves. As a matter of fact, he may have, if I'm not mistaken, originated the hard camera motion before he does a move. I think that was him. Correct me in the comments. Again, the punches looked funny, but it worked. And then the spit to the hand. I always thought it was funny when he spit in the hand and then closed the fist. I mean, there's just some. I know. Listen, we all love The Rock. I'm just saying. I'm trying to be critical here. Objective. That's what we're trying to do today. All right? Sue me. Or don't sue me. Please don't. But the in-ring work from 1 to 10. Ooh. I would give The Rock, like I said, I know I said really a B minus, but from a 1 to 10 scale, I'm gonna give him a 7. I love the rock bottom finisher. He can really tell a story, and that's another thing too. I may have to bump that up to an 8 because he was really good at selling and looking fatigued and exhausted. With mouth open, just sucking wind, getting his second win back. There's a lot of psychology going on there, and I would expect that from the son of a wrestler and someone from a wrestling family. So yeah, I'll give him that 8. I'll give him that 8. All right, now Smart Tank Revolution's our rating system. 3 attributes. The first one from 1 to 5, the innovative effectiveness, the ability to work as a baby face or a heel. Another one's going to tip the scale right here. I don't know which one I like better. The Rock as a baby face is fantastic. The Rock as a heel is fantastic. You pick your poison. Honestly, pick your poison. It works either way. And as a matter of fact, he just shown that to us over the past 18 months. He came back as a babyface. We all, because I'm including myself amongst the WWE universe, even though it wasn't me, Dwayne, it wasn't me. I'm your friend. But he came back as a babyface to battle Roman Reigns. You all booed the direction. Again, like I mentioned earlier in this recording, he pivots, comes back as the final boss. We all love it. Come on, man. He can do it on the fly. He can do it on the fly. And I would dare argue that the best Rock matches and the best Rock feuds were when he was a heel. The babyface stuff is cool, but the heelish, yeah, that's where it's at. 5. This actually may be easy. Second attribute. What are we doing? Yeah, okay. Second attribute. Classic matches, classic rivalries from 1 to 5. Let's see. Obviously, Attitude Era, Rock vs. Stone Cold, Rock vs. Triple H. Good, all great matches. Good stuff. My favorites, however, when The Rock was coming of age, The Rock and Farouk, when he was separating himself as the unofficial leader of the Nation of Domination. Great heel stuff. Great. I posted some of that on the shorts of this channel. The Rock was great there. My favorite Rock rivalry, actually, is him and Mankind. Both ways, babyface and a heel. Like when they teamed up with each other. I mean, look, the highest generated ratings in the Attitude Era on the high, whatever, y'all know what I'm saying. The highest rated segment on Raw. Look at Your Life, and then not to mention that Royal Rumble '99 match, the I Quit match. I believe it was '99. It might have been '98. I don't remember. One of those years. But man, those chair shots were brutal. Brutal. They did battle again at the halftime at the Super Bowl. I don't even know who was performing that year because I was watching Rock and Mankind in the empty arena. It was great stuff. Like that, like Rock and Mankind were my favorite pairings and rivalries. And I think I could say that because the Rock and Sock connection was they were adorable to me, and I absolutely loved it. And there's another classic matches. I mean, one of my favorite Iron Man matches was Judgment Day. You know, Rock and Triple H. I can create a whole Mount Rushmore of my favorite Rock matches, but the ones that are considered classics, I can do that as well. I mean, come on, WrestleMania 18, Rock and Hogan Rock. What do they call it? Icon versus icon. Anytime you can headline with the Hulkster and have that type of reaction, Toronto was going crazy. Watch that, man. Toronto was going batshit crazy, and man, it was. I was going crazy watching it. Classic matches, man. That's another one. You know, another home run. Number 5. You know, give him big 5 right there. Tips the scale. That's what we do here. And then coming to the end of this, and the defining and the redefining moments. You know, career-defining moments of a wrestler, they go hand in hand with those classic moments and classic matches. But I guess one of the reasons why we stayed away from guys like him and Stone Cold is because they are the faces of an entire era. So just look at the Attitude Era, the beginnings of the Ruthless Aggression Era. I mean, come on. That's really easy, but for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson especially, I mean, a redefining moment is just what the man is able to do in Hollywood. It transcends the wrestling ring, and I think that's fair to say. 5 tips the scale on each one of our attributes in the Smart Tank Revolution. But you let us know. The rating system is in the description box. Please read it and let us know how you rank The Rock, and tell us why in the comments. That's what I want to do. I want to read your reasoning. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I think what they gave him, a 10, 10, and an 8. You got 28 in Bret Hart's, and then you got a perfect 15 in STRs. What more can I say, man? It goes without saying. Let us know what you think, but it doesn't matter what you think. I tried my best there, Dwayne. I hope you like it. Darnly wonderful, Smart Tank Revolution, signing off.